The phrase carbon footprint is used a lot when talking about the impact that we have on our environment. But what does it mean exactly?
And what tools are available to help us make a daunting task more manageable? As part of our series on Maine's changing climate, News Center Maine's David Guilford goes beyond the buzzwords to break down how we make meaningful change one step at a time.
Fighting climate change can take a bit of soul searching.
You can't make any changes until you know what effect you're actually having on the environment.
Dr. Charles Tilburg heads UNE's Marine and Environmental programs and encourages his students, like freshman Miranda Caraba, to find their carbon footprint.
If we start young, even younger than me, and start making these changes in our lifestyles, that overall climate change, hopefully we can mitigate its effects.
Our carbon footprint is how much greenhouse gas we contribute to the environment, often measured in carbon dioxide. There are multiple free footprint calculators, including one put out by the Environmental Protection Agency itself, that can pinpoint exactly how much we account for.
This is how much I could save in terms of greenhouse gas emissions as well as money. So it really helps people to understand those choices.
Dr. John Rubin is a UMaine economist.
The problem with these calculators come in is that it requires a fair amount of knowledge by the user.
While he uses the EPA calculator with his students, they can get bogged down if they don't know their specific energy usage numbers.
This one is actually much more user-friendly.
Tilburg prefers Climate Hero, which asks questions in a basic language instead of kilowatt hours.
It asks everything from, from what kind of car you drive to how many times a week you might eat vegetarian, so that you can look at it and you can pinpoint, okay, this is where I can make the largest difference.
Caraba's family home in upstate New York sounds a lot like rural Maine.
What kind of residence is it?
Single family.
She doesn't have an option to bike or bus places, and her house is heated by burning fuel.
It's 8.8 tons.
So then, facing an estimated 8.8 tons of carbon dioxide emissions per year, she said her family is open to other changes.
My dad, he loves eating, he would do a vegetarian diet. He's very healthy and conscious about that, but also conscious about the environment. My mom is as well, but she does love steak, so yeah.
And that's the key for Tilburg. A few people making a few small steps can equal one big one.
If you have 4 people, and those 4 people all cut out meat for 2 days a week,
Yep.
that is more effective than one person becoming a vegetarian completely.
Meanwhile, in Orono, Rubin reminds his students it's important to understand progress looks different for everyone.
What works for one family or one person will not necessarily work for another family or another person. And it's important not to judge people too harshly because they're not being pure or good or whatever. Everybody is trying the best they can.
Trying our best is all we can expect from our neighbors, and it's what the planet needs. David Guilford, News Center, Maine.